Is this the last flashlight you'll ever buy? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at this. This is the Fenix PD36R Cree LED flashlight. So, what's a Cree LED flashlight? Cree is a company that makes the LED bulbs, and they're known for having really good, really bright bulbs. So, that's a great piece. But this is a lot more than that. This is, among other things, IP68 rated, which means it's going to survive dust and mud, and you can drop it in water over 2 meters deep. So let's turn it on. I'll just drop it in water, right? And I don't know if you can see this. Here, maybe that way that'll work. But it's still on. It's working just fine. And when I'm done with that, just let the water drip off, give it a quick dry. And this is what's known as a tactical flashlight. So it actually gives you a pretty tough finish. It's actually really, really nicely made. It has this feel. It looks like and feels like something that like a police officer or someone in the military would have. That's what tactical flashlights are. Now, it also has 5 brightness levels, and there's an on-off switch on the back, and then there's like a touch-sensitive switch near the front. And I'm actually not going to point it directly at my camera, but there's multiple brightness levels, and at its brightest, so that's, let's see, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's at its brightest. It is pretty seriously bright. This is 1600 lumens. This is not something you want to look at. But push and hold that button, and you get into emergency mode, and this is guaranteed to catch people's attention, right? So I'm going to turn that off before I have a massive migraine or something. But it's really, really a nice flashlight. Now, here's one of the things that's interesting about it is it's actually a rechargeable battery, and you charge it via USB-C. So there's a little cover on the front, and you open it up, and there's a USB-C charger, and it comes with a cable, but you basically plug it in, and 10 minutes of charge will give you 4 hours at minimum brightness, but it's 4 hours for a full charge, and it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So it's a pretty large amount of capacity, but how long it lasts depends on how bright you have it. So let's get it down. I'll just sort of step us through all the brightnesses. So this is 30 lumens, and you'll get 115 hours of flashlight use with this on a charge. And we go up, the next one is 150 lumens. That drops it down to 26 hours. And then 350 lumens, and that's 8.5 hours. And again, this is how long from a full charge to 0 at that brightness level. Then we get 800 lumens, and this is already way brighter than the vast majority of flashlights. And this will run for 6 hours at 800 lumens, and then you go to the brightest possible setting, and this is crazy bright, eats a lot of power, and it still runs for 3 hours at 1600 lumens. So this is a lot of charge. That's a lot of brightness. This is a lot going on here. Now, dimensions-wise, it's 5.3 inches long, and it's just over 1 inch in diameter, and the whole thing weighs 3 ounces. It's really remarkably light. And, well, let me turn it off. And they have this sort of double clip on the side, which is interesting. So you can hook it up to your clothes or to your vest or your belt or whatever, either light up or light down. Both of them will work perfectly fine. Now, in the box, it also comes with, let's see. So it comes with, like I said, the USB-C charging cable. Keep that up. And it also comes with a little lanyard, which is nice, and various instructions and warranty and all that. More interestingly, comes with a little pouch, and the pouch actually has a loop, so you could actually put it on your belt if you want. And so if you want to be like modern law enforcement people who have 5,000 things on their belt, this could be one of them, right? And it's very nice, works really well, but generally I don't tend to use things like cases. I just like having this. And what's nice is with modern rechargeable batteries, if you charge this, it'll hold its charge for a mighty long time, probably a year or two if it just sits in a drawer. And of course, you can also just make it part of your preparedness campaign or your preparedness approach is that every 3 months, maybe at the change of each season, you automatically charge up all your emergency devices. Because that's what this is. This is a great device to have with you just in case. If you're in a car and you get stranded in the middle of nowhere, you can imagine that this strobe light is going to catch people's attention, even if they're flying overhead or on a helicopter or something, right? But definitely, if you're on a quiet road, people will see that you have some problems from miles away. Now, you know, this can fit in your glove compartment. This is going to be great for an RV. It could also work really well for your house. So this is something you could just tuck into your drawer on your bedside table. And if you lose power or something happens, you can turn it on at, you know, relatively low brightness and get around your house and see what's going on. And then if hopefully never happens, there's an intruder, you put this thing on maximum brightness and you point it at his eyes or her eyes, and they're going to be blind for a couple of seconds at least. And that's going to give you plenty of time to decide what you want to do in that situation. So really, really nice. Now, I'm not recommending that you use this as a personal safety device per se, but I guess you could whack someone with it. Again, not really designed for that, but it's definitely a tough, rugged, and durable flashlight. I really like it. I think that Fenix did a really nice job, and they're really well known for their line of TAC flashlights or tactical LED flashlights, so they got quite a range. Now, only thing let's talk about is the price of this bad boy. But before we get there, I'm going to ask if you can subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. I get a lot of gear, and I'm really honest about what I like and don't like about it. So please subscribe, and we'll stay in touch. Okay, so this is the Fenix PD36R Cree LED flashlight, and it is pretty spendy. It's $100.45 at Amazon.com. So it's a $100 flashlight. But as I said at the very beginning, I really feel like this is the last flashlight you'll ever buy. As long as you can remember to once in a blue moon or even once in 2 blue moons, charge it all the way up, you're going to have a flashlight that gives you a lot of functionality and a super large amount of brightness in situations where you need it. And most importantly, if you're in a situation where it's heavy rain or you drop it in the snow or you have to like wade through the Everglades or drop it in water or because it falls in the pool or something, not a problem. This thing can definitely handle it. So with that, I will turn it back on and I will catch you in my next video.